Why did my Uber driver keep asking if I was the one during our 20-minute ride? I ordered an Uber to my job at this tech company because my car broke down. I'm a software engineer at TechFlow Solutions. The driver, Mike, seemed normal at first. Older guy in his 50s, friendly enough, clean car. But about 5 minutes into the trip, something shifted. He kept glancing at me in the rearview mirror with this intense, almost studying look. Not the casual glances drivers usually do, but like he was trying to memorize my face. Are you sure you're just going to your job? He asked out of nowhere. His voice had this weird urgency to it. You look exactly like someone I'm supposed to meet. I figured he was confusing me with another passenger, so I laughed it off nervously. Yeah, my job at TechFlow. But Mike's eyes went wide when I mentioned the company name. TechFlow. Are you serious? He was getting more excited by the minute, his hands gripping the steering wheel tighter. The description matches perfectly. Same height, same dark hair, same nervous energy. Even that jacket. I looked down at my navy blazer. Nothing special about it, but Mike was acting like I was wearing some kind of uniform he recognized. The whole situation was getting creepy fast. What description? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. Who are you supposed to meet? Instead of answering, he pulled over into a gas station parking lot and started making a phone call. I could hear him whispering urgently into the phone. I think I found him, he said, his voice shaking with excitement. Yeah, he's in my car right now. Dark hair, about 6 feet, probably 23 or 24. He's even going to TechFlow. My heart started racing. Was this some kind of setup? Was I being kidnapped? Human trafficking? I started planning my escape route, eyeing the door handle and calculating how fast I could run. Mike hung up and turned around in his seat, and I swear I saw tears in his eyes. Dude, you're not going to believe this, but I think you're my son. I stared at him like he'd lost his mind. What are you talking about? 23 years ago, I gave up a baby for adoption. A boy, born on the 15th of March, 2001. My blood went cold. That was my birthday. I've been searching for him ever since I got sober 5 years ago. I hired a PI 6 months ago. Mike continued, his voice breaking. He said my son worked in tech, lived in the downtown area, probably worked at one of the big companies around here. The description matched you perfectly. I felt like the world was spinning. You're saying you think I'm your son? The ride I'm giving you isn't random, he admitted. I've been driving for Uber around this neighborhood for weeks, hoping to spot someone who matched the description. When you got in my car and I saw your face, it was like looking at myself when I was your age. My hands were shaking now. I pulled out my phone and showed him a photo of my adoption papers that I kept saved in my photos. I was adopted as a baby, born the 15th of March, 2001, at St. Mary's Hospital. Mike completely lost it, started crying right there in the driver's seat, his whole body shaking. That's the hospital. That's where I signed the papers. But wait, I said, my mind racing. You said you recognized TechFlow. How do you know that company? He wiped his eyes and smiled through his tears. I used to work there, security guard for 8 years, until I lost the job because of my drinking. I've been clean for 5 years now, been trying to put my life back together. The pieces were clicking into place in the most insane way possible. You've been watching me? Not watching, he said quickly, but I've been driving by there sometimes, hoping to spot someone who might be him. You. I've seen you walking in and out of that building for months, never knowing you were my son. I felt tears starting in my own eyes. The universe has a sick sense of humor. Mike laughed through his tears. All this time you were right there. We sat in that gas station parking lot for 2 hours, just talking. He told me about his struggles with addiction, how giving me up was the hardest thing he'd ever done, how he'd spent every day since wondering if I was okay. I told him about my adoptive parents, who were amazing, about my life, my dreams, everything. He hung on every word like he was trying to make up for 23 years of missed conversations. We never made it to my interview that day, but I got something way better. I got my biological father back, and he got the son he'd been searching for.